Previously on Space Dangus. Everything was riding on this moment, and I was ready. Nova, start the engines.
Unable to comply.
Shit, motherfucker!
Hurry! Hurry!
I
died!
What the hell? Oh no!
Oh no! Spatula, what happened?
Oh no. Am I dead? Is this heaven? Where am I going? Oh, no. Oh, wait, there's an alarm clock. Oh wow, it's Earth. No, this must be heaven, because there's no way in hell atmospheric landings was out. Besides, I'm banned from landing on Earth after Barcelona. But hey, look at this brick of a phone. Oh, wow, an email. Look at my own computer. Man, they really need to get Windows up in here. Hurry up and die, Bill Gates. Time to get this morning really started proper like. Oble. Let's check out the bathroom. Ooh, that feels good. Divine holy shower pressure checks out. Look, I can flush and it's not even burning me. This is great. This is great. I'm loving it. Loving heaven. The toilets don't even clog in heaven. You can put everything in there and it's fine. But hey, why isn't there a bidet in here? Why would there be no bidets in heaven? Wait a minute, this isn't my family. How are you people? This can't be heaven. Where's God? Is he waiting in the hall? Is that him? Are you God? Ah! Okay, this can't be heaven. Where is God?
These things can be tricky, you know?
Clearly the janitor. Okay, I have to get out of here and back to Elite Dangus. Okay, maybe God's in this helicopter. Wait, I can use the helicopter to escape! Success! Oh, now I guess I'm double dead. But you know, that's a double negative, and that cancels each other out. You know what that means? It means the report of my death was greatly exaggerated. They say space is the final frontier, but I say that death presents another. Everyone crosses into the cosmic void at some point, but few are able to cross and then return. In Earth's own spotted history, a whole religion sprung up around a man who came back from the dead. Some say he was an angel. A Chris Angel, I believe it was. But he was not the only one. Houdini, Jason Bourne, Blofeld, Captain Kirk. Eventually everyone came back from the dead in the zombie apocalypse, so why couldn't I? You see, in order to properly complete my investigation into the secretive activity going on in the California Nebula, I needed to fake my own death. But that's impossible, Spatula. We saw you explode in front of our very eyes. Well, to you I say, look again, but slower this time. Oh, did I mention I minored in low-G acrobatics in flight school? But when I had sent my call for backup to Harvey, it had very specific instructions. Namely to buy a junky ass from a shady dealer, and paint it up to look like Jerry so it could go boom boom. Now I had brought along a life pod containing my passenger from the cannon, and on foot I made it to Harvey's ship, holding my breath the whole way. Now it was a Dangus move, but hey, I'm a Dangus kind of guy. And I'm narrating here, so clearly it paid off. But soon enough, the folks at Turner Research would be reporting back to their overlords that they had X'd out one spatula, and I'd finally be untethered by the watchful eye of this webby conspiracy, free to find clues and solve this mystery from the shadows. While Harvey did the flying, I sat back in my chair and pondered about these mysterious bark mounds. You see, the Turner base out there was a more recent fixture, and actually quite well known among commanders due to a community goal which heralded its construction. Pilots were asked to fly geological equipment, hazardous environment suits, and pesticides out there to construct the base. Pesticides? Someone's worried about space bugs? There were also reports of barnacles found on the same planet. The connections were all starting to connect. There were pieces missing. As we headed back into space, I briefed Harvey on the situation out here politically. You see, the Turner groups themselves were the dominant faction. Named after Mick Turner, the famous explorer and co-founder of the Alliance, the Turner Group was probably some kind of Alliance alien-worshipping cult looking to grow their own Thargoids, eventually create a small planet called Thargoid Park, which they use as a tourist attraction to enrich the lives and imaginations of children before all the Thargoids get loose and eat people. And no, I can't let that happen. You see, once you start creating exotic theme parks with dangerous attractions, it's just asking for a string of shitty sequels and reboots. Pretty soon you have monsters made of half Thargoid, half Mark Wahlberg DNA running around with Boston accents, terrorizing people. The Turner Group needs to be exposed. The next place we checked out was another base with strange reported geological activity. Maybe I'd finally see some volcanism in action, and I don't mean checking my emotions at the door. But before we headed there, I needed to get back to my ship. Fortunately, it was hidden only a few jumps away. You see, there was another faction out here, the Deep Space Investigation Group, who were in control of a local asteroid hangout, the Darwin Research Base. My contacts there would help us keep a low profile. They also provided me with a list of locations to check out around here for more clues as to what the Turner Group was actually up to, and whatever other secrets the nebula held. I asked Harvey to drop me off there so we could wing up and continue the mission. Hey, I said, could you please drop me off, Harvey, at the asteroid base? Hello? Harvey? Harvey, I think the music is too loud. Can you hear me?
What?
Can you hear me?
What?
It's good, but I need to go to the station. The station!
Station?
Harvey! After a quick scolding, Harvey dropped me off and headed to the rendezvous point. I was back in my asp, my real asp. And while I had gained quite a price on my head, I was as good as dead as far as my enemies were concerned. So I cashed in my data from the Bark Mountains in exchange for safe passage. Thanks to my friends in the Deep Space Investigations, I knew where to look to find the dirty little secrets out there. So I headed on my way, clearing the mail slot slowly to avoid unwanted attention. The next stop was a little place called Ford Research Laboratory. We know little about who this Ford really is. Is it Harrison Ford, the actor widely known for his role in Extraordinary Measures with Brendan Fraser? Or is it the car company just slapping their name on the base to sell explorers' cars? The base did happen to have a shipyard, so I had considered bringing out another ship here, but I just can't seem to let go of my asp. Now, the base was situated in a small depression on the planet, littered with volcanic activity nearby. The gravity was much higher here than the last planet. Definitely much higher. And I mean that in both possible meanings of the word. Okay. But people think life on Earth started so long ago in the deep seas, next to fumaroles covered in water, creating a lifey soup which humans slimed their way out of. But what if this place was a source of the fungal growths out here? What if this planet was just spewing little bits of primordial life out into space, committing planispermia and spreading the fungus? What if these fumaroles were a factory of life? Well, I had to check it out. Now, the facilities here were pretty impressive, with large arrays and buildings all scattered about and patrolled by drones. Like anyone got intimidated by drones. But the volcanic patch was right beside the base. I approached it cautiously. From a distance, one might look out and imagine a large medieval army preparing to siege the facility, but up close and personal, it reminded me more of cottage country bonfires. Little heaps of burning joy, flickering and emitting heat, as globs of lava shot into the sky like firecrackers. I swear I could feel the heat on my toes as I got in real snug. I sat in my SRV, hypnotized by the fire. You know, it's funny, I didn't even notice Harvey arriving as the fire just drew me in closer and closer. Of course, like Icarus, I too flew too close to the flames, and soon enough my SRV began to malfunction, causing my lasers to go haywire, racking up more fines for the trouble. After extracting my SRV from the lava fountain, I managed to calm her down with some sweet whispers in her circuit boards. And that's when Harvey finally got here. He caught me in the act of romancing my computer into submission. He thought this was, a little weird, so I invited him to sit around the campfire in his fighter and listen to a tale from my childhood. You see, when I was a young babe, only 2 or 3, I discovered a rather strange fascination with how fire worked. Of course, doing this with the kitchen toaster led to some rather unfortunate... Are you paying attention, Harvey? I'm telling a story here. You just stay still. Now you're going in the fire. Don't make me sing Kumbaya. See, you burned yourself, dude. What did I tell you? Jeez. Anyway, as I was saying, it wasn't until my later pubescence that my affinity for fire really got me into trouble. when I accidentally created a plasma fire in the life support ducts of a station, causing the entire station to evacuate. But I had learned a valuable lesson. Fire can burn. It's something I wish I had known when I was a baby, and I'm passing this knowledge to you, Harvey, for your info. Now, Harvey was elated to put the new facts into his noggin, and we engaged in a merry dance of headbutting, the most masculine show of aggression and friendship known to man, besides downvoting a threat, which is a total boss move. Feels good. But I took one last, long, hard look into the fire. I mean, what does it all mean? Does anything mean anything? Turner, Ford, who are these people? Who am I? Am I a mystery? Barnacles, Betaverse, Bark, and now volcanoes. Pull yourself together, Spatula! Ugh, I had to use all my strength just to pull myself away from the fire and attempt to get off that terrible planet. There's something about those flames that just draws people in, like the tales of the old sirens that would lure Earth sailors to their watery graves. I wonder how many commanders died by getting too close. I had a strange feeling while leaving that place, like a creeping darkness was washing over me, like shit just got real. It was like that feeling you get when you're in a public pool and you suddenly realize that everyone is probably peeing in it. Well, the next place to check out was Mahoney Research Center, named after Edmund Mahoney himself, leader of the Alliance, a descendant of the historic actor Benicio del Toro, and card-carrying neckbeard. Now, the Mahoney base was situated on a planet nearby a crater, but more importantly, next to an area that some referred to as the Pumpkin Patch. Now, we all know pumpkins on Earth went extinct in the 2030s, when Halloween and fall became obsolete due to climate change. But these strange growths only resembled pumpkins, but on a scale I had never seen before. Were they even part of the gourd family? Could these be fungal as well? Could they be related to the bark mounds, or is this just a coincidence? Now, life has been found all over the galaxy. I myself had discovered a few Earth-likes and gas giants with life in my day, but it was rare to see organic growth so many times on planets that were so close together. Had the Thargoids once colonized the California Nebula? Or was the Turner group trying to help colonize it for them? The answers were getting closer. I could feel it. Or maybe that was just Harvey getting closer again. But few commanders had been out here to see these secret wonders, and Harvey could barely contain his excitement. To calm him down, I gave him a small boop in my SRV. And it's about then that I discovered that Harvey is very sensitive about being non-consensually touched. And as he began to chase me down to show me how I liked being non-consensually touched, I tried to evade his molestations. And I found myself marveling at the size and scope of this patch of growth. These things were almost the size of, well, barnacles. My first investigations were into the strange barnacles in the Pleiades, and barnacles had been found in California as well. So could these be baby barnacles? And if this was some kind of stellar nursery for barnacles, that makes the Turner group the nanny, and Mahoney the baby daddy of barnacles. Though there had been no proof yet that barnacles had anything to do with Thargoids, I had my suspicions.
We should race. First one to the station and then back to your ship to the airborne wing.
The what?
Hey, Mark. Let's race to the station and then get into your ship. First one airborne wins.
I love it. Okay.
Alright, cool. I would race the station.
Where is the station, though? I gotta lock onto it first. Mahone Research Base. There we go.
Okay, go.
Okay, we're doing it. Wait, which way is it? Oh, this way. Okay.
I hope it's this way.
Drive around the turret.
You see, anything you can go around.
Anything I can go around. Okay.
There's one. I'm gonna try and drive around that turret.
Driving around this building here. Wait, your ship's gone! Okay, we'll just drive to my ship. First to the ass.
First one to the ass wins. What do you win? An ass!
No, wait, you can't win my ass. Victory!
Ah, that was so close.
Oh, I jumped over my ship, that was awesome.
Damn it! Touche. Not a bad fight. I didn't say so myself.
That was a last minute recovery.
Yeah, I don't think
Now, while these space pumpkins were rather neat to look at and weave around like a madman, it wasn't the smoking gun I needed to expose the Alliance's California secrets, and time was running out. While faking my death had certainly bought me secrecy, it wouldn't be too long before I could be spotted. But there was one more place to check out, and I'd have to risk it. But that's the kind of risk that belongs in a trilogy. To be concluded in Part 3. Stay tuned to the Spatula Space Dangus.